Hello guys, we're in Paris. Mr. Woozy is filming, so it's his first time directing a video. I was like, let's film it while I walk, but it's a bit awkward. Every time I see a Datsun, I must follow. This morning we caught the train from London very, very early. We woke up at 3:30. The train was at 6, so we were dead. But as soon as we got here, we went to Sacré-Cœur. Hope my pronunciation is fine. So actually, cue a little montage of what this morning looked like.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong.
We're headed to Cézanne. I'm a woman on a mission. I found this jacket that I love and I want to try it, and I thought maybe it could be my Paris purchase, you know. It's only day one, but I thought I should also wear it while I'm here. Guys, we made some damage. As you can see, I'm wearing a different coat, which is the one that I got. The one that I wanted to try, I tried on and I wasn't the biggest fan. But then I saw this one and I tried it on and I got it and I love it so much. I couldn't wait. So I'm already wearing it. Now we're just gonna go on a walk and yeah. Earlier I bought some caramel sweets, so I thought I would do a little taste test. I got the salted caramel one and then the classic ones, and I did the stupid thing of just throwing it in the bag together, so I don't know what I'm about to taste, but let's try these. The whole thing is stuck to my mouth, but it's really good. Look at that meringue. I want one. No wonder everyone in France is so chic. All the little boutiques they have are amazing. I love Ratatouille, it's my favorite movie. The Paris Underground chairs are so comfortable. I don't want to leave. I hope my train never comes. Good morning. So we're just at the restaurant waiting for food, and I thought I would cast on a little swatch because on this trip I took my mittens, my colorwork mittens, my frost mittens. They're a bit complicated and we're definitely on the go here, so I didn't feel like I should take them while we're out for lunch. That's a bit dramatic. I just brought my new life wool, which is also a bit dramatic because it's a full cake of yarn, but it's easier and I can mindlessly knit up a little swatch because my next project is going to be a pink bubblegum cardigan. I'm so excited. So I'm just checking out what fabric I want. I'm casting on 5mm needles and see if I like the density. So yeah, we'll do that while we're waiting for our food. I must say the Eiffel Tower is stunning. There are absolutely no buildings around it. It looks like a toy that plopped from the sky. I'm absolutely in love with her. I want to take her home. I really feel like I'm reporting the news to you. We're almost at the Eiffel Tower. I've never been so in love with a landmark before. I love the Duomo of Milan though. She's also really cute. You have a bee on your shoulder, Mr. Woozy. It's really nice being a knitter because when you're waiting, you can just knit. I finished my swatch. I'm not one to knit up my swatches 10 centimeters tall. I always make sure they're 10 centimeters wide, but can't be bothered to knit so many rows. I like to live my knitting life on the edge. Something fun I've been doing in Paris is I've been on the lookout for flash invaders. So if Mr. Woozy can zoom. So it's these little mosaic art pieces scattered around the city. Yeah, they were made by this artist, and there's basically an app on your phone called Flash Invaders, and I just scan them and collect them. You also have some in London. There are a couple other cities that have them, but it's always really fun when you can spot one. It's actually quite annoying because sometimes you think you found one and then you scan it and then it tells you that it's a fake one. How rude. So yeah, just a little side activity to be doing when you're being a tourist, you know? We're in a line for food. It's gonna be like 40 minutes, so we gotta pass some time, you know? I thought I would measure my swatch despite me not having blocked this, but since I'm not really following a pattern, I don't think it's like essential to get the gauge perfect. I'm gonna show you how I measure my gauge while I'm standing in the queue for dinner. I really don't recommend you do this at home, okay? Don't do this at home. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 18 stitches. I'm doing this standing up without a hard surface, which is very risky. With this stitch in mind, I'm now gonna look for some patterns. I'm gonna look through the library of patterns I already own to see if there is maybe a sweater that I like the fit of, that I can modify and turn into a cardigan with this. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through my list of patterns, and then if I don't find anything, I'll just go on Ravelry and check, and hopefully by the end of the line, by the time we sit at the table, I will have selected my pattern. I'm so exhausted. We are at a restaurant. I can't recall the name. I think it's Des Presses. I don't know. The food has been the best food we've had in Paris so far, so I really recommend it. We had, for dessert, a fig tart that was insane. While we were in the queue, I casted on my cardigan, so I ended up researching and going for the My Favorite Things Knitwear sweater number 14 as a reference pattern. This pattern has a gauge of 15 stitches. Obviously, I measured 18 stitches on my gauge. I'm accounting for 1 stitch enlargement when I wash this, so I'll consider my gauge to be 17 stitches. I'm modifying the pattern to adapt with that, so I did a few calculations, but then I'll also turn it into a cardigan, so I'll be kind of knitting it flat the whole way from top to bottom. And yeah, now I just cast it on the back panel, so I'm doing my German short rows, and this is what we got done. I'm just going at it. I'm in a lot of pain because we've stood up so much today. My shoulders hurt. So knitting is my coping mechanism to stop thinking about it. It's working wonders. I'll keep you posted with my progress. I really want to go to a yarn store tomorrow. When I asked you guys on Instagram, most of you suggested Little Weasel, so I'm pretty sure tomorrow's going to be the day that I visit. So very excited to go. Good morning. It's our 3rd day in Paris, and today we're on our way to Little Weasel Yarn Shop, and we decided to stop by to grab some croissants because we still haven't had any pastries while we've been here. So let's do a little taste test. We have 3 different types. So let's begin with a normal plain all butter croissant. Very flaky and golden. It looks beautiful. Let's see. It does taste different than butter croissants in England. I know what it is. There's less sugar. It's got a hint of breadiness in the taste, in the flavor profile. Let's try. Can I try your pain au chocolat? How do I even do this? Should I bite into this one? Pigeon, you're cute, but not today. That's also very good. Do I have croissants all over my face? Lastly, look at this goodness. This little like cinnamon bun. Oh wow, don't know where to start. Start here. There's nothing like cinnamon. It's probably the best thing in the world. Mr. Woozy, come and taste them. We've had to move spot because the pigeons identified our position. They found us and they were very brave pigeons. Got very close. All right, so we've been to Little Weasel. I've also had to stop by a sunglass shop and get some sunglasses quickly because I forgot mine in London. I just wasn't expecting it to be such an insanely beautiful day. But I also wanted to do a Little Weasel haul for you. I wanted to give a major shout out to Juliette, who was so nice, and she was amazing to kind of explain what was going on in the shop in terms of which ones were the local French yarns. She also makes sewing patterns, so if you sew, make sure to check all her patterns out. I'll leave everything in the description, and she was so sweet. So shout out to Juliette. So I got 2 yarns and they're very beautiful. So the first one I got is, well, they're both from La Bien-Aimée. So I got this cashmerino, which is 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere and 10% nylon in the color Amy's Flashy Lipstick. And that's such a good name because that's literally what it is. It's the brightest hot pink, but it also has like some red in there, so it creates really subdued variegation, and it's so beautiful and soft. It's 433 meters in 100 grams, and I think I'm gonna make a top out of this, probably a crop top. I don't know, I'll see. I then got a merino DK from La Bien-Aimée. This is 230 meters in 115 grams, and this is 100% superwash merino, and I picked the shade Ciel d'Orage, and I decided to go for something that would match my coat. As you can see, it's got the same blue and the same sort of streaks of light pink. Is that light pink? Yeah, definitely. So I think I'm going to make a hood, and I think it's going to be very chic. I love merino DK. It's like my favorite weight. And this is really gorgeous blue jean, soft pink mixture with some deep blue speckles in there. So I'm very curious to see how this turns out. Then I got something really cute. Out of all the souvenirs I've seen around in Paris, this is the best one I could get. I got a little stitch marker with the Eiffel Tower. Isn't that the perfect souvenir for me? I got 3, so I can give one to my mom and to Margot. Yay! I love it. That's everything from Lil Weasel. But so far, we're having the best time. Are we not, Mr. Woozy? Can you give a thumbs up in front of the camera if you agree? Yay!
You
I'm just here with my knitting with a very casual view. It's our last day. It's rainy today. We're gonna try and stay inside as much as we can. So we're just having lunch and I just got a creme brulee. I just wanted to try and get a good creme brulee crack. So let's go. Hello, I'm back. It's actually been a little over a week since we got back, and in the last couple of days I've been getting this video ready for you, and I've been having the actual time of my life editing this and like picking the music, going through the footage. Let me know what you think of it. Have you been enjoying it? But yeah, that was my very touristy Paris vlog. Clearly it was my first time there because I was just so high energy and happy to be there. I didn't do much filming on the last day at all because we spent most of it at the Louvre. I think we were there for 5 hours because the museum is huge, but I'll tell you what my highlights were. In fact, if you like museums, let me know what your favorite time period is to go visit. So mine is ancient Egypt. It's super fascinating and I really love the aesthetic. There was a mummy there, which is crazy. And I also really loved, right when we walk in, this is not ancient Egypt, right when we walked in, we went to the Louvre fortress. So it's kind of like the old, like what's left of the old castle walls. So if you walked close to the bricks, you could see that a lot of them were engraved with a signature. And in the little section that I was in, the signature was a heart. The signature is the way that they were able to know what person made which brick, and then they could pay them accordingly. As a knitter, I obviously thought about the craftsmanship behind it as well, so I was just very happy that they got to mark their creation with their own personal, personal touch and a little signature that exemplifies who they are. I thought that was very cute. Let me also give you an update on the works in progress that I brought to Paris. I had my frost mittens there, which I didn't work on for the entire trip until we sat on the train back. So this is where they're at now. I'm only missing the thumb on the second mitten. As you can see, I'm working inverted colors, and this mitten is thinner than this one because I need to block it, but really loving it so far. In terms of my bubblegum cardigan, we're at a nice spot. So I've just joined front and back, and now I'm just knitting on the body. Loving the color, loving this yarn. This is the New Life wool by Yarn. So it's 65% recycled wool that come from like sweatshirts from recycling centers, I believe. And then the remaining 35% is just mixed recycled fibers. And it is very rustic wool for sure, but I kind of love that in juxtaposition with this soft color. I think it's a really nice combination. So also I've been modifying the reference pattern so heavily that I'm basically not really looking at it anymore. But it was a good starting point for me, especially because I was on the go traveling, so I didn't really have to sit there and calculate things too hard. Finally, I wanted to share a post-holiday reflection. So this trip to Paris was, for me, stepping outside of my comfort zone because I'm an anxious girly. Let me know if you're also in my same boat and are anxious. For me, it all originates from when I was younger. I was a very responsible child and adolescent, and I think that responsibility turned into anxiety, and it's taken so much to get rid of it. But one way anxiety still affects me to this day is with travel. Also, I'm such a massive homebody, probably because I don't live in my home country, and I miss my family so bad that maybe staying in my house is kind of like the closest homely feeling I could get to. And also the second I can get away from work for a little bit, my first thought is to go back home rather than let's go travel somewhere. All that being said, I must say that my desire to be home and my anxiety were proven wrong going to Paris because I had such a good time. Everything went so smoothly. I never worried about anything because nothing went wrong. Except this one time, this woman was so rude to me. I cried for half an hour, but we've forgotten about her. We rise above. This vlog is called A Knitter in Paris, but it would be so cute if maybe during the year I could make a couple vlogs here and there of me being a knitter elsewhere. So I guess let me know where you recommend I go next. In fact, let me know where you've traveled to last time, and most importantly, if you got a yarn souvenir. I hope you did. Of course, let me know what's on your needles or what you've been working on while watching this video, because I'm nosy and I really want to know what everyone's up to. Thank you so much for sticking till the end of the video. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. And as always, I'll leave my Instagram on the screen in case you'd like to follow my creations more in real time. I'll say bye for now, but I hope to see you in my next video.
All at once in a dream.